gonna get this fly. Ah! It's a big one as well. Come near me. That's not full. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I never know what to say. I always get lost at this bit, it's really weird. But yeah, welcome back to my channel. A new video of my own kind of thoughts. My thoughts and my journeys basically. So if you want to listen to my thoughts and if it relates to you, good. If it doesn't, then stay and listen because it might help you, you never know. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing like my journey and my thoughts videos. And this video is going to be about me, about being lost and trying to find yourself, and what I do which tries to help me find myself, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'll probably start off with what I do, which would help a lot. So basically what I do is I do musical theatre. So I sing, act and dance, basically perform. That is like my ultimate dream and talent, if that makes sense. I've been kind of going at that for about 3 years now, and I've just recently got an agent about a year ago. Last year May, I got represented, which is good, and things have been going even more better with my agency. But at this point of the year, so let's just say this year, I've kind of found myself a bit lost, because I've had so many like knockbacks, and having so many knockbacks in your life can really get you down. I don't know if anyone else has had knockbacks, but if someone has experienced a lot of knockbacks, I mean like a lot of knockbacks, it can really hit you somewhere where you kind of start to lose your self-confidence and you kind of become insecure. But then it's so hard because you have to build yourself back up and then get yourself back in that room and do it again and then get a knockback. So it's kind of like an ongoing, it's kind of like you're in a ring and you're getting punched like every time you step in the ring and you get knocked down. So that's basically like how this year's gone for me. And I've never felt lost, which is why I said to like my parents and like my friends, like I'm just that bit of a loss where I know what I'm doing, but it's so weird because I know what I want to do, but I feel like it's just not happening. So I feel like I'm just a bit like what do I do? It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it. So unless you've personally felt lost, I guess. And I guess people feel lost for so many different reasons, but my reason is this, and that's what I'm at right now. So I'm kind of losing a lot of motivation to get up and do things, and I'm getting tired a lot and I'm feeling lazy. So, and I know that's a lot to do with my mental state of mind as well. I know a lot of my tiredness because I'm not a lazy person at all. I'm always the sort of person that's like on the go, like I write notes down of what I'm doing throughout the day, like what's going on. But lately this year I've been very tired, physically and mentally, whereas it's like I'm dragging to get out of bed, and mentally I am tired and mentally I'm lost. So what can I benefit myself from helping myself become more motivated and, you know, find myself? I'm only 22, so you know, I do still think it's fine to be like this because I'm still young. But at the end of the day, I think because I'm such a control freak and I love things to just kind of go how I want it to go, and I haven't had that, so I think that's why I'm like this. I mean, it's hard. It is hard. I think what it is, it's hard getting all the knockbacks and having to stand back up again and keep going. And I think as a person that just shows how strong you are, but you can only be strong for like a certain amount of time. You know, I cry a lot. Let's just say that. I cry a lot, I get frustrated a lot. Especially after I leave an audition room. It's ridiculous how frustrated I get. Not every time. Sometimes I kind of tell myself before I get in there, you know, no matter what happens, just leave with a positive mind. And sometimes I do leave with a positive mind, and I'm fine. But what I try to do basically to motivate me is I try to write a list of my goals. So goals are so important to write down. Like, I think with no matter what you're doing, like with no matter what career, anything, whatever you want to achieve in life, I think you should write goals down. So I try and write goals down. So like, let's say for example, like my goals this year was get my first job within my career, leave my work, buy a new car. So, but my first professional job at the top of my list, because that's the one thing, that's the one goal that I want to hit. That's my main priority. That's my dream. That is my ambition. That is my drive. That's what gets me to these auditions at like, to wake up at like 6 AM in the morning to get knocked back, to know that that is my aim. So then my July to December goals are to continue YouTube and fashion blogging, because I find that for me that's more of a hobby. So that's something to kind of keep my mind occupied when I'm not at work, because I don't enjoy my work, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of just do it because it's flexible around my time and it's flexible around my auditions and stuff, so I'm still able to go to auditions and to work and earn money and to have money, basically. Yeah. Let's not lie. So that's why I do the YouTubing, and that's why I do blogging, fashion blogging on my Instagram, and now started to do a bit of styling, because that's all things that I enjoy, and I would love to have a career out of it. But I have my top career that I would love to do. Like, I have so many things that I want to do, but yeah, that's what I do. So then, and I have put down to leave my workplace. Number three is to work towards my musical theatre career and aim for that. And then number four is to find something that I would enjoy working with. Yeah, that's what I kind of do to motivate me through myself right now, through finding myself. I think for now I'm trying to just do things that makes me happy, and I stopped, like, I never do things to please other people now, unless, that sounds really selfish, but I'm a very selfless person, so I do a lot for other people. So even people who know me, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm very antisocial now because I'm focusing on me, and I kind of only give people the time who motivate me, who are in my life for positive reasons. See, this is another thing, like, you don't need anyone. Negativity is such a true thing. Like, people can generally bring you negativity. Like, I'm such a hard soul believer in that. And I've noticed as well, now that I've changed my kind of life around and I've kind of got rid of that negativity. So yeah, that's kind of helped a lot with how I am and stuff like that. And yeah, there's a lot of things like this industry as well as being a black girl. It's 10 times harder as well, and I feel like being black, you have to work so hard. You have to give that extra hard work, and I don't want this to come offensive to anyone, but this is just my opinion, and people may agree with me, people may disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. But just in general, not even just this industry, let's just talk as in general, so this relates to everyone who's trying to pursue their career, or, you know, trying to go forward in whatever they're trying to do, and who are black. As a black person, you always have to work hard, no matter what you do. If the aim is to get 50, you need to get 100. That's just what we have to do, and that's what I find. And I always think that a lot of things happen for a reason, and, you know, I didn't get so and so for a reason, I didn't get this for a reason, I haven't gone this way for a reason. It's all for a reason. Just that reason we just don't know until we get it, and we're like, that's why I didn't get that, because I got this. So it's just a struggle at the moment, and I am struggling as a person physically and mentally. Like, I'm so tired. Like I said, I always keep saying I'm so sick and tired of being tired. I just want to get up and do stuff, like, and just motivate me and stuff. But you know, I just feel like it's just not going well. It's like a downward spiral. So yeah, so what I try to do, I try to kind of, I do this, which makes me happy to work on, because I feel like this is me. I don't know how to explain it, but I enjoy basically like makeup, I enjoy fashion, I enjoy styling, I just love everything about, you know, everything about that industry. So, but I've never kind of wanted to make a career out of it, so this has kind of kept my mind occupied. So it's kind of prevented me from kind of getting to that dark place, if that makes sense. So it's very good to just find a hobby that will kind of keep your mind occupied and keep you doing stuff. So I don't know, like swimming, going to the gym, like working out, it's just baking, cooking. It's just it's always the little things that I find help me as well. So this is what helps me. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what helps me. This is what prevents me from getting to that dark place of being lost and, you know, just kind of being unmotivated. So by doing this, it helps me being motivated and gets me up basically in the morning. And another thing, like God, I'm a very, very religious person, so that gives me like so much of my motivation. It's a joke how much, for me, spiritually, gives me that drive to get in that room and be like, boom, I'm gonna do that. Or just to get up in the morning with whatever I'm doing, like gives me that kind of like courage. But yeah, I must say courage, I'm not good at words, but it gives me that kind of courage. So it's just kind of finding something that works for you. And I'm not trying to say like you need to do this, you need to be religious, you need to do that, you need to be spiritual, you need to, I'm not doing that. You just need to find something that helps you kind of re-energize, regenerate, I don't know, like regenerate basically. And this is what helps me regenerate, and allows me to do. I'm gonna get this. So this is the first part of what I kind of want to talk to you, and I hope this kind of eases you into it a little bit and you kind of have an understanding of it. I may have blabbered, that's just me. I'll probably be a bit more organised in the next one, and I do hope that this finds someone and this helps someone with how they're feeling. Because, you know, if I didn't have my loved ones, if I didn't have God, and if I didn't have this, I probably would be there. And if I didn't have try and keep having my drive, no matter how many times I feel deflated, you know, I would be there. So I don't think people should be afraid to talk about their feelings or afraid to talk about what they want to talk about. You know, we live in a free country, we should be allowed to do what we want to do. So yeah, stay positive guys, stay motivated and stay happy. And I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I really hope it helped someone out there or helped you, or you understand it a little bit of what I'm trying to say. Subscribe to my channel, put the notification bell on, and follow me on all my social media. And thank you for watching this video.